So we've started our trip. Here we are. We're on the ferry currently. This would be like part number 2 of the launch plan. The launch plan part number 1 would be saying, crying horrible tears and piles of tears for saying goodbye to my young lady. So so yeah, we've done that part. We're on part number 2 here. We're on the ferry. I'm on a boat. Let's go say that. We're on a boat. We haven't left yet. It's 4:30 in the afternoon on Sunday, February 5th or 3rd. Sorry. Well, technically, it's the 4th where we're going, and when I land, it'll be the 5th. See, the plane leaves at 11:45, or the plane left. I'm talking to you in the future, aren't I? So the plane left at 11:45. It left at 11:45 on the 3rd, and it got to Australia about 12:20 on the 5th. Now, it's apparently only a 14-hour flight, but I'm not 100% sure. I do need to thank my biggest sponsor, which is Rob Lee. He's I'm gonna start calling him a sponsor, because that fellow's been very helpful for the amount of return that I gotta get. Maybe I've got to get used to this. Maybe I've got to get used to. It's still is strange when people are extra nice to you. I've decided to conveniently locate myself right beside the men's washroom. One, because here's a little tip for you when you're traveling. Bring a buddy so somebody can watch your stuff while you got to pee, right? The other thing is, remember to zip tie your bags. I forgot. That was dumb. I'll be honest here. I got my bicycle, got all my things, and I got a little bit of carry-on. And that's it. That's all I own. So yeah, I should have zip tied everything I own. So yeah, next time. Next time. I guess there will be a next time. I'll have to go somewhere after this. So yeah, there we are. So we're on the ferry and waiting to go on to the plane. And I really have to pee. Now we're on a bus. So here's transportation method number 2 or 3, because I took a car to the ferry. Now I took the ferry to a bus, and I'll take the bus to a plane, and then I'll take the plane. Well, I'll take a plane potentially to another plane, but there might be a bus in between, and after that plane there might be a bus or a car. I'm not even sure, but yeah, we're on transportation method 2.5, maybe 3. The bus is a Foley bus. I haven't seen these too many places I've seen them in Ottawa, Vancouver has them. I assume they're catching on more, but yeah, continuing our trip. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some of the fold up there. We'll wait until we get to a corner. There's a corner coming up. You can kind of sort of see it when it turns around the corner. Let's see here. Doesn't show a whole bunch of tight corners is whatever it shows it. Anyways, on our way to the plane, I missed the express bus, so yeah, we're gonna see if we can get there in time on the non-express bus. It's kind of strange because the Tsawwassen area is actually just farmland. Yeah, so you take the ferries out in the middle of nowhere. They built this massive dock out into the water just so it's deep enough so the ferries can move up, and there just happen to be farms around here. Off to YVR. I actually forgot that we were doing that we had another form of transportation. We have to take what's called the SkyTrain. It's pretty common here in Vancouver. Yeah, let's get on there. So this is transportation number 3, 4. Continuing our video here, you can kind of sort of see some of the changes a little bit more in the curves of the train on this one. So yeah, I forgot about this step of the journey. We're on the SkyTrain. It's in Vancouver. It's sort of included in your bus fare, which is pretty nice. My bus fare was $2.75. You can see sort of some of the shifting and changing there. It's pretty fun. But yeah, so I left Victoria. I paid $15 to get on the ferry, and I paid $2.75 to get on the bus, and then that automatically puts me onto the SkyTrain. So for the cost of fuel versus just walking onto the walking onto the plane, it's pretty decent. I would actually say. In comparison, if you were taking the ferry by vehicle, you'd find that it's $60 just for the car. Then you got to pay like $10 or $15 for yourself, or each person in the vehicle, and then you got the cost of gas and traffic and everything like that. So pretty decent transportation system here, minus the information. That's the only difficult thing here. It's very difficult to get information unless you have like a smartphone that's connected to the internet, which I don't actually have. There's no pamphlets or anything really like that. So having done this trip before, I'm a little bit
the next station is
a little bit ahead of the time there. But if I was doing this for the first time, I'd be really confused and lost. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked on that. So it's the beginning of the flight. We're on to, I want to say, the 5th mode of transportation. So started with feet. I want to say feet, car, boat, bus, train. Well, we're on the 6th. We're on our plane now. So yeah, we're on the flight we made. So now I've actually landed in Sydney. So we've done a feet, car, bus, boat. No, it was boat, then it was bus, then it was train, then it was plane, and now I'm going to take another bus to another plane, and I don't know what we're doing from there. Thank you to Rob Lee. My actual ticket here was really cheap. My actual small domestic flight to get up to Brisbane from Sydney is actually going to be about the same price. Pretty crazy. So I want to thank Rob for all your help. That was dope. So I do see some Commodores out in the parking lot and some Falcons and stuff. I'm pretty excited to dive in there, but not quite ready yet. Got to get some other stuff sorted out here. So anyways, bye for now. Well, now it's real. I'm actually sitting on the wrong side of a bus. Well, I can't say it's the wrong. Why would I say wrong? Also, you Aussie guys, I'm not really sure why you haven't really... Oh, I changed. Hi, new hat. Yes. And matching shirt. I'm such a douchebag. But you guys have Subway handles too. What's the deal? Why do you got to import them from Japan? You guys, they're unique. They're interesting. They're local. It's pretty dope. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, so we're on a right-hand drive bus. I've owned some right-hand drive cars in the past, but I've never been on a right-hand drive bus. So actually, have I? You know what? I've been to Japan. Still, we're on the wrong side of the bus. It's the wrong side. Here we are, my very first taste of Australian traffic. Things are happening. High aces everywhere. They're just all over the place. Oh, Prelude. Somebody has terrible taste. We've got a Micra. That's pretty dope. Standard Impreza. We had those. I do see my first Tray Ute. That's pretty dope. There's a couple trays there. And a Daihatsu Storia. That's pretty dope. And a Falcon Ute. And a Mitsubishi Chariot. Dope. Lots of Holdens. Lots and lots of Holdens. Oh, I see an Opel Astra in there. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking very good. Stock. ADM? Does anybody outside of Australia speak ADM? I know everybody else speaks JDM and USDM, but ADM? That's crazy. Oh, there's an FRS. I just want to point that out. This is the first car that's passed us on the bus. It is an FRS. Or are they GTA 6s down here? I'm not sure. Either way, super dope. We got VN, and I think that was a VN. I gotta learn my Commodores. Oh, and there goes that FRS. Pretty fancy, lots of high aces. Lots of these Magnas. I'm really unattracted to the Magna, I gotta be honest here. All this traffic's on the wrong side of the road. We're just gonna keep that joke up basically for the rest of the year, I think. And an advertisement which looks to be for KFC. I really haven't gone that far from home, apparently. Yeah, we're on our way over to the domestic flight. So this is our bus. It's a bit shaky if I hold it like this. But yeah, we're going over to fly up to Brisbane. So it'll be foot, car. Oh, dude, an old Tirana. I believe that was an old Tirana. Or Statesman. I gotta learn these. I don't know them yet well enough. Anyways. Oh, in a factory snorkel. Snorkels come factory on cars down here. That's so crazy. doesn't make sense. It's like, well, I guess there's lots of floods, so I guess that's okay. I apologize for the timely joke. It's pretty well timed, I guess. We'll see if we can get some better shots of the traffic here. I don't know. Maybe up there is a little bit better, but so much good. Pretty excited. We're totally on. Oh, there's a Pulsar, an N14 Pulsar. Oh, fanciness. Oh, and an A101 Corolla Sika. These are all firsts for me. Probably normal things for whatever Aussie. Oh, and we got a P plate. I see a P plate. Now these are a staple of. Yeah, there's that P plate. It's hanging out on the back of you. We're learning to drive. It's dope. There's some Mitsubishi Delica, not the BC Delicas, Delicas everywhere, but I mean in the sense of just regular work truck Delicas. I got a Forester STI on big crazy old wheels. I'm really hoping this is the right bus because I already paid for my flight and that really sucked if I'm on the wrong one. Lots of Daihatsus. I'm really happy with the Daihatsu population here. Such an underappreciated car company. Speaking of overly appreciated car companies, Mercedes-Benz is my first, I want to say, dealership I've seen in Australia. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm digging the Holden wagons. Digging them a whole bunch. Anyways, yeah, I think we covered this. Feet, car, boat, bus, train, plane, bus, and plane again, and hopefully car, and then feet again. We're hoping there. There's lots of feet in between, but I'm not counting those ones. Just crazy. Oh, we got Aussie taxis and lots of wagon taxis. I don't know what that one in the middle is. Oh, it's a Ford of some sort. A dope-looking Hi-Ace. I think it's a Hi-Ace. I'm not even sure. It's pretty rare for me to be stumped with automobiles, but here we are. Is this an HSV? Oh, no, it's just an XRS. Oh, sorry, I apologize for the... I'll be honest, the as an outsider, the Falcons and Commodores look very, very similar. An Aussie gas station, I don't know how to read their prices, if that's cheap or expensive, but it's $69.9. And a whole slew of parking. Anyways, let's not make this video too long. Or should we make it longer? Number 2, I apologize for the loudness. I'll try to get enough on this phone here that we can hear what I'm saying, but yeah, we're on plane number 2 of this is the last flight I have to get into Brisbane. Yeah, here we go. It's craziness. We're up in the air. We're a billion years into the sky. The scam of all scams. If you look in the bottom corner here, it says I have 14 minutes for my $2. But it's the slowest internet connection ever. And if you really look closely, it uses what's called an S browser, which is just clearly a variation on Internet Explorer. So yeah, I'm doing my best to contact Robbie. My phone is shut off. My phone is shut off. So continuing our theme of filming every sort of variation of transportation I've taken for this entire trip, we're now onto a train. So I've done, again, we're going to recap each time, or most times. It's what am I thinking of? Shoot. It was foot, car, boat, bus, train, plane, bus, plane, now train. Then I think Robbie is picking me up by car. Wait, sorry, it was foot, then car. Yeah. It's sunny out. It's nice. It's very humid. It's very, very humid. I'm gonna sweat most of my baby fat off and maybe get rid of this double chin. Just hanging out and just doing regular things, not even putting any effort into it. So, yeah, pretty excited. Stuff's expensive. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. They don't have city buses at the airport. That's cray. But I don't know if that word works down here. Does cray work down here? I'm not even sure. We'll find out. I almost forgot to document this one. This is train number 2. I had to switch and then get back on. Almost there, I think, and I think Robbie's picking me up. So that's, again, full recap: feet to car to boat to bus to plane. No, boat to bus, train to plane. To train. I don't know. There's so many things. Yeah, well, here we are. We're in Australia. I've made it. Let's get some light on my face here so you can see me. Here I am. I'm alive. I'm real. There's not many cuts or bruises. It was a lot of flying. It was definitely a lot of flying. It was, what am I thinking of? It was 14 hours on the one flight, and the other flight was only an hour. I didn't really sleep any of it. It was pretty terrible. I just couldn't sleep for some reason. I guess I'm nervous and excited. But yeah, so let me introduce you to my wonderful new life. This is number 7 Claverton Way, kind of staring into the sun here, but we're going to dive right in here. So first order of business is to cut the lawn, I think. Second order of business is to clean the garage. That'll be the garage that I have. Third order of business is parting out this guy. This is obviously an Australian spec Miata, blue. Has some aftermarket BSA wheels and a Sparco steering wheel in it. It has the glass roof, but obviously it's torn and kind of useless. It's been in a couple bangs and scrapes, so I guess Robbie was having trouble selling it, so we're gonna part it out, I guess. And then this is the Ford Laser, which would be same as our Mazda Protege. Oh, what am I thinking of? Protege wagon or a 323 wagon. Just a little bit different of a hatch and taillights and stuff on it. Yeah. To continue our tour here, let's head into the house. Be careful of the deep grass, spiders and such. Speaking of which, this big fella just hangs out front. I don't know if you can see him there, but he's quite large and scary. And he's made quite I want to say a funnel-shaped web. I just want to point that it's probably a funnel-shaped web. He's just hanging out front. So there you go, Serge. Specifically for you, you can live in fear and be scared of everything. I don't even know what that means. So we're heading to the house now. It's a very nice little house. We'll come in. I've got from my family and friends and loved ones, this is where I'll be staying. Now we've got bits of Robbie's family lost on the wall here. And some... Take our shoes off, keep it clean in here. And my room, with the very pink bed, is at the very end of the hall. So... Dear Mom and other people who care about me, I did bring my bear. I am a nearly 30-year-old man who still sleeps with a teddy bear. Yeah, this is my life. Now, the birds are really loud. They're just squawking and going crazy. We've got a backyard and such, but yeah, I'm technically here and alive.